Albert Breer, better known as Bert Breer of Sports Illustrated, is the one dropping the scoopage. He said, quote, "My sense is they're going to move forward with Justin Fields and try to trade the first pick." The announcement was made, adding that the Chicago Brass, quote, "feels strongly," close quote, about Fields. But wait, there's more. The insider claimed there wasn't enough around Justin to get a clean evaluation on him last season. Things are trending for Justin being the Bears quarterback in 2023 with a lot riding on the line then. So let us discuss the question. The Bears keeping Justin Fields and dealing the number one pick, is that inbounds or is that out of bounds? So I've gone to the instant replay on this, and it is out of bounds. That's a foul ball. Out of bounds. I've got Elevator, Pop-Up, and Woody. And we will tie all of these things together, and we are going to make authentic deep dish Chicago pizza. Oh, my God. When I was a kid, I never liked the deep dish pizza. I thought, well, who wants the tomato sauce on top? But then you have it. It's a game changer. All right, so number one. Number one. Justin Fields has not shown me enough. I am now giving unsolicited advice to the Chicago Bears. Trade him, right? There were sparks here and there. I don't get carried away by the highlight reel. I don't. That's a simpleton's game to play. It's a foolish game to play. Justin Fields is lacking the most important skill for a quarterback. I call it the elevator. All right? You know where I'm going? You know where I'm going with that? The elevator, if you feel me, right? Now, maybe you don't know where I'm going. Do you go into the elevator and elevate the players around you? Do you make C-level players B-level players and B-level players A players? Making the people around you more successful. I didn't see it. I haven't seen it. Chicago had the NFL's worst record, as mentioned. That's why they have the number one pick. The Bears' offense was a throwback to the Bronze Age. For all of the razzmatazz, it was a zero-sum game. Chicago was the 32nd ranked passing offense in a league, a cartel that had 32 teams. The Bears averaged 130.5 passing yards per game, which probably would have worked in the 1970s, but not in the modern era, 50 years later. How bad is that? That is so bad. The Chicago Bears passing offense was 21% worse than the next closest team in the NFL. So they're over 20% behind the next team that stinks. That would be the Atlanta Falcons, who averaged 158 yards passing per game. And I understand the argument for Justin Fields. He's 24. He's about to turn 24. But I'm looking at it like this. He's not uplifting the players around him. His body has already been twisted and distorted. It's not for the squeamish. I looked at the medical chart because it seems like he's been hurt a lot, and there were all kinds of red dots. Like, go to the eye doctor. There's a lot of red dots. You're seeing a lot of things. MCL sprain, rib injury, hand sprain. Those were all with the Buckeyes at Ohio State. In the NFL, he's had a groin injury, a rib fracture, a shoulder separation, a hand injury, hip strain, all of that since he was the 11th overall pick in the 2021 draft and the fourth quarterback selected. So he's already getting hurt a lot, and we know what happens when you get hurt a lot in your early 20s. That does not bode well down the line. Now, page 2. So how much credibility do you give this report on the Bears trading the number one pick? So I analyzed it. I looked at it. I parsed the report, and I've done the work for you. This is a flimsy. The word is flimsy. It is a flimsy report. And I've tried to work with you. As we're a team here, you give me advice, I give you advice. So I've always been of the position when these reports pop up, listen closely, right? Turn up your hearing aid here. And decisions have not been locked in stone either way. Now, it's certainly possible that the Bears trade the number one pick. The idea that they've made their mind up in early February that they're going to trade Justin Fields is poppycock. It just is, right? Don't put the cart before the horse. Another reason to be skeptical is what I call the pop-up, as in, pop goes the weasel. It popped up. Burt Breer said, my sense is they're going to move forward, they being the Bears, with Justin Fields and try to trade the first pick. Did you detect the weasel phrase? That's right. Ding, 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 ding. My sense. You know what synonyms of sense are? Feeling and perception. Spoiler alert. Feelings change over time. Like, date somebody, you feel pretty strongly about them, and then over time, you're like, this person's an a-hole. I don't want to date them anymore, right? Perceptions also change. Perceptions change all the time. Perception is not reality. These things are subjective. The other weasel term that was used in this report is that things are trending for Justin to be the Bears quarterback in 2023. Now, anybody that plays Wall Street knows that your stocks kept trending up, 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 and away. And now they're going down, 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 down. All right, final point. So where do you see this Justin Fields story going in Chicago? It's going to be what I call the Woody, a wooden roller coaster. So I expect an adrenaline-charged couple of months here when we get into the full rumor-mongering season. Nerve-wracking, white-knuckle thrill ride for the Bears. All right? And because here's what's going to happen. Nothing's been decided yet. The Bears are going to attend the combines and the pro day workouts for Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud. And that means that there's going to be a lot more twists and turns, and like there'll be report, the Bears did not think they would be into C.J. Stroud, but they were blown away by his workout. Greatest workout of all time. Whee! Now, I will tell you, I based on watching those guys a little bit in college last year and also some of the scouting reports, I'm on team C.J. Stroud as opposed to Bryce Young. I look at Bryce Young, I'm like, this guy is too lean. He's got that Tua vibe that his body's going to fall apart. And C.J. Stroud is more of a drop-back passer. He's not really a runner, and so he's a good thrower. That would be the guy that I would want, because what sense would it make to get rid of Justin Fields and then bring in a clone who plays a similar way? So my advice would be to deal Justin Fields, keep the number one pick, and you can get a better passer. You reset the clock. We're always told the most important thing is the rookie contract because of the salary cap, so you can do that. And Justin Fields has already played a couple of years, so his clock is a ticking here. It's a unique opportunity the Bears have that you can get C.J. Stroud, who I would pick, or maybe you're Bryce Young or quarterback X, one of the other quarterbacks, and you can add other people because Justin Fields will get you some draft picks in return, and you can add another playmaker on offense. The Bears better be damn sure, though, that if they keep Justin Fields, that he's going to make a quantum leap, right? A quantum leap. We have not seen any evidence that there is a metamorphosis that's on the horizon as a passer. As a passer. He's already an elite runner. He's in that same category with Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick in terms of running. He's as lethal as a giant anaconda. But when throwing, he is as fearsome, Justin Fields, as a bowl of Jell-O. Right? Can you imagine? Oh, I'm scared of the Jell-O. He's throwing the ball. The Fields ranked 29th among 33 qualified passers in on-target rate. 29th out of 33. Based on some of the advanced stats, he was 27th out of 33 quarterbacks in adjusted completion rate. That was his passing grade on some of the nerd websites. And it's been pointed out by others that as a dynamic torpedo to cause havoc running the ball, Fields is great. But as a passer, he has been worse than any quarterback in the NFL over the last 2 years. That's what the stats tell you. The last 2 seasons, he has the worst interception rate in the NFL and the worst sack rate in the NFL. And one thing that Joe Burrow has taught a lot of dum-dums is that you can have a bad offensive line, but if you've got a savvy quarterback that knows how to move around and knows how to get rid of it, you can still get it done. And a lot of the sacks are on the quarterback, not the offensive line, but people like to fat shame the offensive line, so they blame the fat guys, and it's never the quarterback's fault, when real football people will tell you that it is more times than not the quarterback's fault. Now, every once in a while, there's an offensive lineman who's at the lunch, and they just get steamrolled off the edge. But even then, coaches will say, well, the quarterback's got to step up and get rid of the ball and throw it away and all that.